Good morning. This is Florida Plant Mama coming to you from Zone 9B, Central Florida. So, guys, I had to clean up a bit today. We've got a storm coming and storm preparedness is underway. I took a good number of my potted trees out from the garden here and put them in a location where I plan to move them into the garage or deep into this back patio if hurricane, I think her name is Hillary, actually comes this way, or even if a major tropical storm comes this way. So at any moment, I'm prepared to throw these on the little buggy that I have and pop them in either into the garage or onto the back porch. So I've got here my carambola right there. I've got the muntingia in here, got the pimento in there, black pepper seed right here, and I've got the sweet bay here and a mango tree back here. Okay, and I cannot forget my lychee, lychee, whichever way you want to pronounce it. And then my little buttercup is here as well. So I still haven't given you the full garden tour as promised because time keeps getting away from me and cleanup happens and projects happen and I'm awful. I'm supposed to be taking you guys along with me on the projects, and as I'm doing things, I just simply forget. So the Barbados cherry, I'm going to try and get better at that. Okay, back to the Barbados cherry. So it is starting to put on lots of flowers. Hopefully this storm that comes doesn't blow away all my flowers. You can see the fruit are coming on nicely. I cleaned this area up for you all. I can't invite you in to my home and not clean up a bit with family and all, but you don't invite people to your home when it's a mess. At least that's what my mama told me. So yes, I did spend some time this weekend cleaning up a bunch of things, planted a few things. I've got turnips, dill, and kohlrabi planted there. I've got a struggling rosemary there. I kind of refreshed this bed a bit. All right. Now, remember, this is the area that's the newest. It's the project that hubby and I did. I think it was the last video. The cucumbers are growing nicely. And I got a couple of dahlias planted here. The butterfly pea is still doing its thing. And in here, remember, this was all dirt just about 3 weeks ago. You see? The zinnias popped right back up. And that is the newest project right there. I'll tell you about it more on the next video. But as we continue, this is the mulberry that I planted. I planted a Florida peach tree, and this is the mulberry that I moved and I was worried would not transplant well, and it has come right back. Okay, so we continue. Even this elephant ear, I relocated here and it's doing wonderfully as well. So as we continue here, look it. Now, you're lucky I love butterflies because I'm sure that's eating something there. It's on the milkweed, so it's okay. Well, I think that's a yellowtail, swallowtail, caterpillar. Butterfly pea is doing well. Look at this. That is my bee balm. It is flowering. I did not know what these flowers look like. And now that they're here, I'm excited. I'm gonna move some of these branches out here. Okay. And this is the mulberry tree that I recently pruned. I had to prune all of the trees down a bit. So the Barbados cherry there, avocado here, and the avocado here had their tops trimmed off. Got to keep them low, and they're not fruiting right now, so this is a good time so they have time to put on new growth before the cold comes in. So as we continue through here, this was the jungle Yes, children, I cleaned up the jungle so you can now walk through a little bit better. And because of the storm, I had these strawberry guavas, or I'm sorry, not strawberry guavas, pink guavas in containers. And I took them out of the container and I planted them here because I think they're growing pretty well in this location, pretty tall already. And the pots would be easy to tip over, and planting them gives me one less thing to move during the storms. And they're pretty insulated here, so when it gets cold, I'm hoping that they will be okay. So more Barbados cherries. You see the disrespectful birds? Look what they've done. Look what they did to that Barbados cherry. Now, my husband would have been happy to eat this thing, but look at it. They couldn't even eat the whole thing. They just nibble a little bit and leave it. And it gets moldy. And then I look at this and think, oh, this is a lovely cherry. Let me pick this and eat it. And what happens? I go to pop it in my mouth and blah! This is the bane of my existence. If you're gonna eat it, take the whole thing and eat it. Don't waste my cherries. To continue. That is one of my newer projects. I should have taken you along when planting it as well, but again, I always forget the camera. That is corn, people, yes. And I've got it sheltered because I'm trying so hard for the bugs not to attack it. So that's sweet corn. And I'm continuing through this jungle. I had to put a little bit of diatomaceous earth down here because I had an ant pile right there. Gave me lovely ant bites yesterday. You see that? You see that? Look at that. Isn't that lovely? Oh. The pain of the garden. I got my blackberries all cleaned up here. I got a couple of new blackberries, just two, because there were two in here that didn't look so hot. They've got a little fungus on them, but I just sprayed the copper fungicide yesterday. Okay, we continue in here. This bed has been refreshed a bit. I cut back the plum trees and they're already starting to leaf out again. Got a little loganberry here. It's also got a little bit of a fungal disease, but I sprayed that with a little copper fungicide. And look at this. This surprised me. I cleaned all of the black beans off of this trellis and I didn't know it. But look at that. That's a sugar apple tree that I thought was dead. It's growing back. My sisu spinach is looking wonderful. Got turmeric there. And I also have, what's the other thing? Ginger. Yes, ginger. Turmeric and ginger. And here we go.